Okay, so the final step to our CE protocol, our process, how we do our media and how we encourage a deeper aspect. You see, conscious media and what we do here at Collective Evolution is not just about, okay, here's the story, right? We care about how humanity evolves, how humanity moves forward, how we can bring in a deeper conscious understanding, because we're only utilizing the media. Like personally, I never got into media because I always wanted to be in media. I got into media because it was a way for me to look at, okay, well, here's how we can share ideas and help people understand the nature of our reality, help understand what's really going on in our world, because that's where everybody's attention is. That's where everybody's focus is. But why should media just be limited to, okay, here's the facts with my political bias, or here's the facts with my fear-based spin, or whatever it may be that we often see in media? What if media truly, truly cared about the evolution of people and about, bringing people back to a heart space, bringing people back to a space of infinite potentiality, for example? How would that look, right? And that's what's always inspired me when we're creating, how we do things here at Collective Evolution. And so living in alignment, which is this final step, which is really about living authentically. That's all this is about. It's really, really simple. It's about getting rid of all the belief systems, all of the stuff, all the aspects of who we think we are, what we're limited to, what we need to be, and starting to actually practice living that. And so what this final step is a challenge I developed many years ago that, in the next video, we're going to get into more details exactly to what that is. But it's a challenge I developed many years ago that allows us to practice living in alignment with ourselves. It's called the 5 Days of You Challenge. And what it does is it sets out a simple protocol that you do individually for 5 days that helps you get in touch with yourself, understand yourself, deprogram some of these limits that we have within ourselves, and actually start living in alignment with yourself and authentically. That is really, really, really important aspect of this entire process. And again, something we deeply encourage within our media when we begin asking a lot of the big questions about any particular story. So what this really is it's a set of guidelines. It's a set of practices that allows you to slow things down in your life, allows you to really step back and create the space for you to get into your heart, get into your true authentic self, connect with your higher self, and begin practicing what it means to do all of the things that we just talked about in the previous aspects of this protocol. It allows you to take what we do in the media end and bring it into a practice end. So we learned all these things. We see all this stuff that's happening. It may bring up different emotions. It may bring up different, things that we're inspired to do, but we're not sure how to do. It may bring up, wow, I want to make all these changes in my life, but I'm not sure how to do it. I'm not sure where to start. This part of the protocol, this aspect of everything, brings it back down to, all right, let's go back to the basics. Here's how we start. Here's how we start taking action on all of the things that we're learning, all of the things that we're discovering, and all of the things that we want to bring in to being. And again, this isn't a quick fix. This isn't you do these 5 days and it's suddenly over. This is about developing a true, honest, authentic, self-responsible practice of creating change. That's really what is holding back, in a big way, humanity from moving forward in a lot of cases. A lot of times it's like we might learn about some of the things that are happening. Maybe we've been following conspiracy theories for years and we're learning about things that are happening and we're going, why isn't the world changing? And we notice that we're still caught up in the anger. We're still caught up in the fear. We're still caught up in the judgment. We're still caught up in calling these people sheeple and these people awake, as if there's some judgmental divide that needs to be there. When in reality, we can look at it and say, all right, they're in that state of being. I'm in this state of being. I was likely in that state of being at one point. Great, cool. How can I get back to a state within myself where I truly start to create change? Pull my power out of the system, meaning it pull my emotions out, pull my beliefs, the way I limit myself, the way I limit my own consciousness, thus that this reality stays in place, this limited reality stays in place. I pull all that out and I say, what do I really authentically want to do? And we go through this process. We go through this 5 Days of You challenge of truly facing these aspects of ourselves and truly begin making the changes within our lives. This is about creating somewhat of a lifestyle, a state of being that we truly can be living and operating from an authentic, conscious state of being. That's what this is about. So what you're going to see in the next video is how we tie all this together, which is really, the next video explains what the 5 Days of You challenge is. It explains how to begin doing it, and then it allows you to take that step and move into day 1 of the 5 Days of You challenge. And from there, you'll continue doing day 3, day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5. But really, this is about beginning the journey from a very action-oriented point of view. No matter where you are in your journey, this has been helpful. I've put 150,000 people, maybe even up to 180,000 people through this particular 5 Days of You challenge that, over the years it has evolved slightly, but over 180,000 people have gone through this challenge, and the results have been absolutely unbelievable in terms of what is created, including what it has created in my own life. So I truly know that this is how we cap off this entire protocol of what we're doing here at Collective Evolution, moving from a state where we may be unaware and asleep in a sense to what's going on, to where we begin breaking that illusion. We begin awakening the neutrality within us, we begin deprogramming the limits, and then now we're ready to live in alignment and truly start practicing this stuff. So that as we continue to uncover stuff along the way, we're truly in a state where we're practiced. We can do the aspects of this protocol, and we can truly understand why conscious media is so important and why it's the future of everything that we're doing here, and why humanity absolutely needs conscious media at this point. Because without it, without this protocol, without moving through things in this manner of seeing the bigger picture, oftentimes we're just going to get caught up in the same old stories, the same old patterns, the same old belief systems, the same old states of stress and fear and anger, and the same old states of divide that we've been in forever. It's time for an evolution in media, and it's time for an evolution in the way we begin seeing ourselves within our reality. And it's time to start practicing alignment and authenticity. And that's what this is about. Thank you so much for taking the time to go through this CE protocol, understanding the nuances of what we do here and why it is laid out the way it is. Because we get questions all the time. Why are you guys talking about this stuff? Why are you doing that? This is the reason. This is why we're doing what we're doing and why it's important. We'll catch you in the next video.